Amid the sumptuousness of a fine dining establishment, gently lit Kirk Frost was sitting on a secluded table with soothing candlelight. His expression wavered, exposing that he was smartly dressed in a tailored suit. However, his usually confident demeanor was marked by a taut, even unsettling rearranging her notes and maintaining eye contact with Kirk. Jessica looked across from him for miles and miles. This seasoned journalist was known for uncovering the truth, no matter how deeply Jessica was buried. "I am grateful that you visited me. Media frenzy about your personal life has been really demanding." Your thoughts on anything with Kirk's piercing appearance were evident when Jessica bent down to inquire about the situation. Although Rasheeda and I are having a hard time believing how much we have overcome, this has the atmosphere of a gripping thriller. It's not just about breaking up. Large-scale betrayal. Jessica leaned a bit closer. "I've heard of the seriousness of the situation. Assertions involving a substantial sum of money. Could you please provide further details?" Kirk spoke in a steady but impassioned tone, making it clear that he was furious. "We're talking about $9 million, feeling." "That's right, $9 million are missing." Rasheeda left, but she also brought something historic, which is significant. With her at this moment wasn't a rash purchase. Instead, it was horrifyingly precise. Jessica arched her eyebrows in surprise. "That's a staggering amount. How did this expose everything?" Kirk caressed his forehead. His motions exhibit strain that started after the divorce. Even the filing process was excruciating. But later on I saw there was more going on with my accounts than just a one-time incident. Minimal discrepancy, giving the impression that someone has broken in and taken exactly what they wanted to disappear from sight one day. 1 minute money was there, but it was only. Her curiosity aroused, and Jessica proceeded, asking whether Rasheeda had left anything behind. Any kind of explanation or guidance for, with a strong shake of his head, Kirk remained silent. Nothing at all. It was like she took my last few dollars and vanished. Desperately trying to figure out what happened, and all of a sudden, I'm caught up in a web of accusations that, according to people's resources, I'm hiding. But in reality, I'm the one who has hurt. Jessica grew more understanding as she said, "What steps are you taking to address these allegations and regain custody of your belongings?" Kirk took on a hard, steely look. "I firmly believe that I have already begun the legal procedures. Challenging struggle, but I'm committed to reclaiming what is truly mine. This isn't merely about the riches. This is about cleansing my name and making the desired facts public. People to realize that I'm performing, not just sitting by." Jessica leaned, reevaluating Kirk's remarks in light of this widely recognized example. "There will surely be a number of public thus. How are you managing your hypertension, and how does it impact your reputation?" Kirk took a deep breath, his eyes showing a mix of resolve and exhaustion from the intense media attention. "The strain is too much, but I have to keep telling myself to stay focused. I am aware that this involves more than just justice, and I value my reputation. Ensuring that the reality is revealed." Jessica gave a kind nod. "And which point are you attempting to make?" "I want to thank everyone who has helped you during this tumultuous time." Kirk's tone softened. "That being said, everything was clear, and I genuinely appreciate the assistance I received. This is an extremely difficult position. I want everyone to know that I am standing up for what is morally right, and I refuse to let this scandal determine whether or not I am a person. Hide the truth, which is that I'm determined to overcome and finish this." The vibe continued, growing stronger as Jessica was about to wrap up the conversation. Although there was obvious tension on Kirk's face, there was also a resolve that signaled the ongoing. The camera panted out as he confronted the battle, conveying the situation's subtle but genuine severity as Jessica left, leaving Kirk to deal with the storm that had completely upended his life. The once elegant cafe seemed to be holding its breath as the night wore on, mirroring the drama and uncertainty that the atmosphere at Kirk's table had shown. It was clear in the lavish loft as Rasheeda Frost's mind was racing as she walked around the living room since she had recently learned the truth about Kirk's extramarital affair. It had disappeared, betraying her confidence. She had presented indisputable evidence and decided that, should Kirk want it, she would show him how to play dirty. Though Rasheeda would respond to his actions with a resolute gleam in her eye, she realized she had to proclaim the news in public. Was her effort at regaining control. Set up a press conference to ensure that it be the subject of discussion while reporters and cameras gathered overhead. Anticipating something, Rasheeda chuckled. Arrived sporting an exquisite gown. Rasheeda's demeanor was composed of subtle embers and defiance as she stepped onto the stage. I'm grateful for everyone's attendance. At first, her voice was steady, but then, as she was about to become excited, she said, I want to make it clear that I have news to share. The reporters leaned in to inquire about my next plans. Rasheeda's curiosity piqued. Went on, as many of you know. Connection to Kirk Frost has had a number of challenges lately. She paused to allow the words to sink in. It is true that Kirk cheated on the room before telling the joke, erupted into dazzling lights and murmurs. But Rasheeda wasn't finished yet. This is where it gets interesting, she said. I'm not only moving on, I'm smiling confidently. Along with a new acquaintance, I'm doing it, who has been a sincere companion and friend right now. Rasheeda's latest, the tall boyfriend, came into view, appealing and exuded a calm atmosphere. A confidence that was a sharp contrast to the uncertainty that engulfed the reporters buzzed with new energy, taking pictures and posing challenging questions. One reporter exclaimed, "Who's he, and how did Rasheeda have bright eyes the first time you two met?" She was pleased with herself when she introduced him. I'm Adrian, and we've been chatting. For some time now, he has been the other, trustworthy partner through all the highs and lows, and I'm very grateful to have him by me at the start of this new stage. Adrian, standing next to Rasheeda, smiled kindly and put his hand over the reporter's shoulders, seemingly unconcerned by the media. He was well prepared for the frenzy and spotlight and spoke in a calm tone. Confidence. I met Rasheeda through mutual friends, and our relationship grew stronger. Naturally, I'm happy to assist her and go with her as she ascends. The inquiries flowed in fast and furious, with reporters are eager to delve into the details of Rasheeda's most recent collaboration and how Rasheeda replied in a cool, casual manner, fitting her public character. Defiance is clearly enjoying the opportunity to alter the narrative as they went out together with Rasheeda Adrian following the press conference. The cameras continued to roll as they joined hands in a gesture of unity and fresh starts. Quick capture Rasheeda's moment restored control over her story. The headlines would be blazing, of course, but Rasheeda had spun Kirk's wheel and was prepared, having learned of her epiphany. Go into the dark and transform betrayal into a powerful statement of her own strength and readiness for a fresh start. Rasheeda felt as though she were liberated. After a tumultuous 25-year roller coaster ride on which she appeared to be between hip and love, she had successfully navigated Kirk's storm adultery with dignity and fortitude, and with Adrian by her side now, she was ready to welcome everything that comes next with restored faith and assurance. Rapper Rasheeda from Atlanta she's reaching her breaking point and feels prepared to divorce her husband, Kirk Frost. Rumor, it is true that Rasheeda is fully behind Kirk despite his constant displays of adultery, as she has been writing about. Fraud and dishonesty have been a continuous source of conflict for Kirk, has frequently drawn notice from the media for his cunning behavior, combined with one of the most well-known instances of him acting treacherously on camera while on a romantic retreat for hip-hop made this scene famous due to its drama, and Kirk's blatant deception about fatherhood during Rasheeda's pregnancy in Season 2, which was a huge drama bomb that destroyed their relationship. In Season 3, Kirk made a crucial decision that left Rasheeda reeling in their turbulent marriage and only made things worse. Testing for fatherhood via DNA sparked fierce arguments with Rasheeda's mama Shirley, the well-known runner who ran over Kirk's motorbike in a flaming dispute despite their years of public highs and lows, as Rasheeda seemed ready to take back control of her life and move on from a previous marriage. not to be mistaken with an intense soap opera. If the divorce rumors turn out to be, that would, in fact, represent a historic shift for alongside an experienced cast member renowned for handling her career, family, and tumultuous relationship with Kirk. Unquestionably, a journey for the record books, that of Rasheeda. Many people are in favor of her decision to end her relationship with Kirk Frost after it seems like Rasheeda is done being Kirk's sidekick after years of lying, dishonesty, and deceit, choosing to put her peace of mind and happiness first as she leaves the unstable union. With over 25 years of dramatic ups and downs, Rasheeda and Kirk Frost's union has undoubtedly been one of the most explosive and scandalous romances on Atlanta's hip-hop scene and love. At first, they were portrayed as the loyal spouse and supervisor who emphasized aid. Kirk portrays Rasheeda, a woman who goes for her goals, stepped further into the murkier waters as their relationship became the main focus of the drama throughout the second season of Kirk's. His behavior became particularly antagonistic when he accused Rasheeda of infidelity after learning that she was pregnant. This sparked off a string of lies. Despite the chaos, the couple was able to get back together in season 3, with Kirk being caught on camera and forcing Rasheeda to have an abortion. Kirk's antics continue to cause destruction akin to that of a bartender serving as their nanny and stirring up trouble by pairing Rasheeda with his Ashley Nicole, an artist, experienced her lowest moment in a relationship in season 6. Following the disclosure that Kirk was the father of a minor who had strippers Jasmine, the controversy led to a brief breakup, which they eventually reconciled to in season 7. Despite this temporary truce when Kirk's mother unexpectedly passed away, their relationship was still strained due to Kirk's persistent dishonesty and deceit. Rasheeda managing the consequences. In the public eye, as Rasheeda approaches, speculations about her potential reconciliation with her divorce partner swirl, with claims of a 24th wedding anniversary. Keep in mind that their more than 20-year marriage has been turbulent at times, and many of her fans believe Rasheeda deserves some well-earned peace and happiness. After all the chaos that Kirk has created, are these rumors of a split true? Will mark the end of one of the hip-hop romance franchise's longest, fastest, and most difficult partnerships in a heartfelt and compassionate conversation that was captured by ASM TV. Speaking openly about his marriage to Rasheeda, Kirk Frost acknowledged his mistakes and admitted that their relationship was stressful. Those who have studied his marriage and conduct throughout time in great detail, he claimed that admitting his flaws and expressing regret for the affair almost broke them. Because despite Rasheeda's faithfulness, Little Scrappy, who just went through a divorce, should have handled their marital issues far better, even with the public exhibition and their issues. Gates also praised Rasheeda, as did Whitehead, who is likewise seeking a break with Sierra Gates. Although their comments were a combination of admiration and appreciation for Rasheeda's resilience in the face of adversity and her persistence and loyalty throughout the tumultuous journey, Kirk's apologies have drawn mixed reactions from the general public. While some view his acknowledgement and grief as acts toward the redemption of others as questionable, they also point out that ongoing adultery and scandals might jeopardize any serious attempts at rehabilitation. Rasheeda's historical link to the illustration depicting the intricate patterns of Frost and public catastrophes that continually erupt supporters and adherents dispute about the situation highlights broader issues of accountability, forgiveness, and the challenges of maintaining a relationship under the unceasing spotlight as the Rasheeda is reportedly going through a divorce. Continue sharing as it's clear that after a tumultuous 25 years, Rasheeda is ready to dissolve a marriage that has caused her a tremendous amount of suffering. If the rumor has it that this will be a crucial turning point for Rasheeda, a trustworthy and well-known cast member, for balancing her marriage to Kirk was a career family roller coaster filled with ups and downs.